Smack talking where the legends live and the rookies get schooled in law. This ain't just talk. This is smack talking raw. You ready, Pinky? Judge always Ron. Let's lay the smack down. Boom.
What's going on? It's another episode of Smack Talking Raw. I'm your boy Pinky, and Rostradamus flexing in the house. What's going on, baby?
What's going on, Pink Dog? How you doing, baby?
Man, I am ready. I've got a full night of talking sports and hanging with the fellas. Oh
man, that's a good space to occupy, my friend. I'm jealous. I know you play video games because we've talked about this a lot. And I just got to let everybody know that Madden Football 2026 is ridiculous. That game is it's like crack. You start playing in that game and you feel like EA Sports, I'm in the game. You know what I'm saying? If you played any kind of sport or whatever, it makes you feel like you're actually playing the game, and it's ridiculously cool. How about you, Pinky? What are you playing right now?
Just WW2K25, baby.
Okay. So what's your favorite part about the game right now?
I just play the My Faction because it's in and out. I can get in. I can play a couple of their weekly challenges. I can kind of build up. Basically, you earn cards of players, and sometimes you earn cards of different levels of value or how good they are. So in doing that, I really enjoy the just kind of getting, like, when I got downloaded Penta's card, I was super excited. Roxanne Perez, Stephanie Vaquer, Julia. I just got Jordan Grace, and she's a powerhouse. Occasionally, I like to play with the powerhouses. Undertaker, Gunther, Jordan Grace, Rhea Ripley. The ones who just, they wreck shit, man. So I love it. I have a good time. And again, I can get in and out. 20, 30 minutes, go to something else. Wrestling, it's football season, so now I don't have a lot of time for the games, man. If I'm playing games, it's like 10 o'clock at night, and then I'm sacrificing sleep. So you got it's one of those things. You got to choose and pick and choose what you're gonna waste time on, right?
Well, one of these days you're gonna sleep forever, friend. So sleep is overrated. So let's keep it real. When you want to get WWE in, do it, bro. Because, one day you're going to be sitting up there like, dang, I wish I'd have played more, because now I'm in the other side and there ain't no controller in my hand. So there's that. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Smack Talking Raw. That's Pinky, and I'm Ronstradamus. And we talk about a lot of things to start off the show, but our core crux of what we do is talking about professional wrestling, specifically with regards to WWE, with a reference from time to time about the other brands. So, Pinky, one of the things I want to acknowledge is that you came over to my house and watched wrestling with me, and it was really cool. And I actually fell asleep during the match, and I didn't realize it until later. And you were so cool because you never woke me up or anything like that. And that was the funny thing, is I woke up and the match was over, and this was the Street Profits versus the Wyatt Six.
You didn't miss anything.
I know. I went back and watched it, which is going to lead to my first rant. So when we go on the show, we have Ron's rant. That's one of the first things that we get into, and it's something that's just on my mind that I just want to just get it out and see what you think about it. So drop a like or comment. If you see anything that you like, a rant that you may have, etc., it's free and accessible. Do your thing. So here's my rant for this week. WWE programming is lukewarm at best. And Paul Levesque and TKO and everybody that's associated with the program, the storylines don't make no damn sense. I get having the fatal 4-way. I get having Seth Rollins win. I get Becky Lynch even coming out, etc. But at the end of the day, it's meh. And it didn't move the needle for anybody inside of the internet community. It didn't do anything for people that are WWE fans. So Triple H, you need to do something. You need to have something that comes out super powerful so that me as a longtime wrestling fan, it's been 41 years right now that I've been a wrestling fan, and I'm as bored of wrestling as like Monday Night Raw. I'll watch it on Tuesday mornings. I'll kind of glance to see if there was anything that was spectacular, but I watch it because we host a wrestling podcast that talks specifically about WWE product. So if I'm not watching the damn product, how in the heck am I going to bring any insight as to what we're talking about here? But it's not something that's front line like back in the day when NWO was a big thing. Stone Cold Steve Austin was a big thing. You don't hear anybody out by the water cooler saying, you know what, guys, did you watch Nitro last night? Did you watch WWE Raw last night? You don't hear that anymore. And why? It's because WWE was number one for so long that they've gotten themselves into a state of, we just throw anything out there and it's okay. And TKO, they keep complaining about the money that's missing, the $3.6 or $3.8 billion that they're losing right now as a company. Well, turn up the fire on the product. UFC, WWE, etc. You got to do it, because if you don't do it, what happens is that a long-time guy like myself, I'll be like, Pinky, I'll join the sports podcast later on tonight. And instead of doing the podcast about wrestling, because I'm not watching it anymore, I just give up. What do you think about that, Pinky?
I hate that. That sounds like an awful idea. I mean, you're welcome on the sportscast anytime you want. There's something to be said about just hanging out and watching wrestling with you, Ron. So I would hate to lose that as a key component of one of our things that we both love. And it sucks. It does. And it is lukewarm. And maybe TKO will finally get to the point they sell, and then we can get things going in the right direction again, when it's not all about the money, right?
Yeah, I sure hope so. We get 5-6 matches. And I mean, we got Rusev and Sheamus for what, 3 months? And they finally paid off the match. And hopefully now that Rusev has won, he can go on to something else. But like, I would like watching that match with you on Sunday. I was like really in the space of like, oh my gosh, but it was a pretty good match. And we'll talk about that in a minute.
So, I guess we just get started, man. I don't even know. I could rant some more, but you know, I'm the positive guy on the show. I'm the good guy, and you know, you got to be the bad guy. So I'm gonna let you be the bad guy.
I'm the bad guy, Chico.
Well, let's talk about that Sheamus Rusev match. A good little segue in. Besides the main event, that was the match of the night for me. It was just fun seeing both of those guys. They're big brawlers. They beat each other. There were multiple times where, it's over. And they kept kicking out. And it was like, wow, they're giving this match a lot of run. I don't know what the end result was, but it felt like it went for 20 minutes. Which if it didn't, that's great, right? That's what you want. I always compare it to like when you go see a really good movie and you get out of the movie and you're like, holy crap, it's been 3 hours.
Mm-hmm.
But for that 3 hours, you were so entertained, like the time didn't matter. It didn't feel like you had like, you're just kind of waiting for it to end, right? Like the last Lord of the Rings, the last one. It's just like you're like, I thought it was going to end. Nope, kept going. I thought it was going to end. Kept going. No, it's just like that perfect timing of when it was over. You're like, I'm satisfied. It was over. It was great. I was entertained the whole time. That was a really good match. So,
well, what they should have done if they wanted to book that match for so long is they should have put something at stake in that match in Clash at Paris. Either a chance at the Intercontinental Championship, a chance at the World Heavyweight Championship, an entry into the King of the Ring. Not in the King of the Ring, the Royal Rumble or something. They could have done something to elongate, like this is the reason why these two are fighting. But at the end of the day, It turned out to be a really good match. Getting a chance to see Rusev get over for once, that was really nice to see.
Oh man, when Sheamus put him up and on top of the barrels and then dropped them both through the table, I was like, man, that sucks for both of you guys.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does.
So, and then when the finisher, man, the finisher was pretty awesome to see him do the acolyte and then take the shillelagh, the broken shillelagh, and use it and bend him backwards. I was like, that kind of probably hurts a little bit. Like, it might not be devastating pain, but I'm pretty sure that hurts a little bit to bend backwards that way with something in your teeth.
Man, that's a whole different channel we're talking about, bro.
That's Pinky After Dark. Sorry, guys. I got confused.
Just saying, guys. I was just making sure we were on the right program, bro. Oh, you know what? Breaking news. It's rumored that Chris Jericho is going to be coming back to the WWE. And
I love that.
That gives a different dynamic to the product right now. And that's something that I think would actually reignite some part of the product because Chris Jericho's been over in the other organization now for the last 5-6 years. And to bring him back with what he knows and going back to the old WWE stuff, that would be cool. AJ Lee is getting ready to come back. That's another thing that's getting ready to happen, guys. So good things to look forward to.
We'll see. We'll see on that. It depends on what versions we're getting back, but
True.
We're not quite there to AJ Lee. That's a story we got to tell first. But the Jericho thing would be awesome. Although, what Jericho are we getting at this point? What does he have left? What could he do? That's anytime you bring back some of these older guys, that's my concern. Is what stories can they tell? What can they do in the ring? Who can match up with them stylistically that at their age, and most times we all slow down as we get older, looks right. If you put one of these slower guys in with Finn Balor or Penta or the guys that, are much faster, Dominic Mysterio, it's not going to look right. So again, you got to be able to tell the right stories. But Jericho has always been one of my favorites, so that would be exciting.
Man, Jericho coming back, I think one of the things that he brings to the thing is he is a great storyteller. So in whatever role he creates for himself, whether it was Y2J, the guy that came in the suit and he walked out and he says, "You made the list." I mean, all the different characters that he's played over time.
That was a good one. I always liked that one.
Yeah, so I'm super excited about Jericho possibly coming back to WWE. That's cool. So I'm off of my rant now. So I'm going to let you have the floor, my friend.
We got a smile. Chris Jericho got a smile out of you, so I'm going to take it. We're going to take it and run.
That's right. Let's go.
So I think we picked Rusev to win, but I can't remember. We got to write this stuff down. We're too old.
From now on, I will write it down. And unless you want to go back and watch the program from last week, which was really good, you can find out who we predicted. But from now on, we'll write it down so we can recap. And you know what? We'll do it like they do it on ESPN since WWE is going there, right?
They are.
Let's keep pardon the interruption, and we'll keep track of like the score, like what our score tallies are throughout the month, throughout the rest of the year. Okay.
I like that. So I enjoyed this match a lot. Moving to, let's talk about that Becky Lynch, Nikki Bella match. What happened, man?
You have two great women's champions in their eras. You have one that has no business coming back to this era. There are so many talented women inside of the WWE right now. You don't need to bring out a nostalgia Nikki Bella to the program. That should be like a Julia stage, a Stephanie Vaquer stage, or what have you. And it showed in the kick that missed, and Becky was going to sell it. And she's like, that was so bad, I can't sell it. That was ridiculous, right? The kick from the top rope that missed by like 10 feet. Are you kidding me? Like, I don't know which one missed the spot.
Somebody missed that spot. Nikki went too fast, or Becky didn't hit her spot. One of the two. Because that was terrible. I first started going like, what is this? When Becky was getting slammed into the announce tables. And dude, it was like hands, head. Like, I'm like, Becky, it's this. Like, you got to get at least somewhat close to your hands to make it look like it's happening. Like, you weren't even like, I don't know if she was pissed off she was having to wrestle Nikki, what the deal was. Nikki probably still needed some more seasoning. She had been out of the game for a while. She hasn't had a lot of singles matches. Becky looked rough her first match back. And then through her matches with Lyra, I feel like she got back in her groove. And so she kind of looks like the old Becky again. Nikki hasn't had a chance to really do that, right? To be against top shelf opponents and work through a match like that. So I'm going to give Nikki a little bit of grace because I'm the good guy. That's what I do. But, and she's fine too. So, you know, I like to see her run. And again, at the end of the day,
no doubt, bro. No doubt. I think that we all would agree with that 1,000,000%. But the problem is that we don't need. We got plenty of fine women inside of WWE now that can actually do the stuff. Well, this is a miss by Triple H.
This is a miss because you are right, Ron. Which, fortunately, you're right a lot. We just have so many talented women that like we just really didn't need Nikki Bella in this spot. Like if you want to bring Nikki Bella back in and have her go against Trish Stratus or something like somebody else of her era, like maybe that makes sense. A little, a little feud and rivalry, legacy stuff, no problem. But yeah, to me, you could have put Chelsea Green in this match. I'd have loved that. Julia hasn't really done anything since she won the U.S. title. Like Julia's fantastic.
Yeah, Julia is yeah. The thing I would say is WWE needs to do some collab stuff. So, for example, we got all the girls of TNA, we got all the girls of NXT, we got all the girls on the WWE roster, right? Every month they have a triple threat between all the girls, and the winner at the next pay-per-view gets a chance to fight against either the Intercontinental or United States champion. That makes it so it's relevant because people that only watch NXT now are watching the main brand. People that are watching the main brand are now watching the other product because now they're intermingling all of those parts together. And you get like a Sol Roca challenging Becky Lynch, and maybe she wins. Or maybe you get the Olympic champion girl. She comes up and she fights against them and she wins. Yep, Tyra May. Maybe you get Blake Monroe. She comes up and she wins. And now the NXT, they have all of these different characters that they can build quickly because what we have to do is we have to start regenerating. So Paul Levesque, still on the rant. Paul Levesque, start getting more creative. You got your boy Shawn Michaels down in NXT. You're inside of WWE creative. We got whoever's in TNA writing for TNA. I'll just say Santino Marella because that's one of the people I know. Get all you guys together and come up with something that makes the brand and the product hot. Right now, it's just meh, and I can't stand it because I'm a WWE fan. I want to be Pinky. I can't believe this. Did you see what I did? And that's what was going on a year and a half ago when The Rock came back and the whole Cody and The Rock and everything. For a minute, it got real exciting around WWE, and then all of a sudden. Right.
What I think they're having a problem with, they have so many nice, very awesome young stars. They just don't know what to do with them. And again, they're putting ahead, Nikki Bella versus doing anything with Julia. Nikki Bella probably sells more tickets at the moment than Julia, but Julia's not going to sell more tickets until you start putting her up there and getting her that exposure and getting her that experience. And yeah. So this match was bad. This match made me just sit there and go, this is when I wish they'd bring back some lingerie matches.
You did say that.
At least we'd be entertained.
Yes. Are you not entertained? Yes, we were not entertained.
We were not entertained. Both of us were like, I don't really know what we're watching here. And I thought for a moment this was going to be a fun match, and it was not. The best part of the match was Nick. I thought Nikki did a good job at the end when she got that Becky roll up and got pinned, which is like that roll up wasn't as clean as the one she put on Lyra or Bailey and the triple threat that they did. That roll up was clean. This one wasn't as clean. But then Nikki's face afterwards and that total disappointment, that was the best part of the match. Just her acting of that moment was the best part of the match.
She's a good actress. Yep. You can see her in Traitors season 3 also. She was in that. And
so let's do let's see, what else did we have?
So we have the Street Profits versus
versus the Wyatt Six. I mean the Wyatt Six won.
There's teased tension between Montez Ford and Angelo Dawkins, which is cool because I think they should have broken up a year ago because Montez is ready. He's ready. That dude is ready.
Oh, he's fire. I mean, Dawkins in a tag team works fine. I don't think he has anything for solo compared, like being a solo performer.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of big. He's kind of fun, but there's nothing else that kind of like he doesn't stand out.
Me and you are going to have a sit down.
Dawkins.
Dawkins. Okay.
Dawkins, not Ford. Montez has got it. Like, he's got it. Like, that dude's hype, and he's got the athleticism. He's got the moves. He's got the looks. He's a good-looking guy. Yeah, he can absolutely get over on his own. Eventually, you got to break up the tag team. When a guy finally gets to that point, it's time. Bring somebody else up that maybe still needs a little bit of work. You know, pair him up with Dawkins. Maybe Grayson Waller and Dawkins, or whatever. Like, Dawkins can keep that role as a tag team. He's fine in a tag team. He's great. He just doesn't have anything that sets him apart as a solo performer. So, and that's okay. Know your role.
Yeah, that's your role. Yeah.
We need tag teamers. Tag teamers are fun. The Raw division is awful. Like, we still need guys over there. So he has a role. Like The Rock says, know your role, baby. So, this match was just like it did not. It just didn't have it. And again, they've been part of some really awesome matches, right? Street Profits were in that Friday SmackDown TLC match. They just did the TLC match at SummerSlam, which was amazing. It's hard. Like, once we see those things and then we see them again, we want them to like do better. And that's hard to reach that level. So this match was probably okay, but it didn't hit that level. Like, oh, that's awesome.
I look back in WWE history. I remember the first segment of tag teams. You go back to the Moondogs and the Samoans, and
Rock and Roll Express.
The Rock and Roll Express, Midnight Express. Then you go to the WWE era where you had the British Bulldogs, the Hart Foundation, the Killer Bees, Coco Beware and Owen Hart, the Legion of Doom, Demolition, all these guys. We had all these different tag teams coming in and just fighting and vying for the belts, making the belts credible. Right now, what they need to do is they need to get down to one set of tag team straps and have them defended on both brands, and then they can have little tournaments and stuff like that between the teams on certain brands. Very similar to how Ric Flair used to defend the title. He would go to different territories to defend the titles and stuff like that. I think they should do the same thing. Is just have the tag teams fight for position. Then the number one tag team fights against the tag team champions 1 week or whatever. And then they could just make that happen. Think that one time on TV and then one time on a pay-per-view, which, that would make it so that twice a month, the tag team titles are on the side. Paul, I'm throwing you out a bunch of ideas, friend. You know what I'm saying? I just continue to throw ideas out there.
You're always trying to help Paul out. You're a good guy in that way.
Paul, I'm a good guy in heart. I'm a bad guy when it comes to the show because right now the program sucks. All right. So next.
That's how I felt. Like there was one more I thought before we talk about the main. Oh,
We got Roman and Braun.
so we got Roman and the tribal chief versus the tribal thief, and all hell broke loose. What were your thoughts about the match before all hell broke loose?
You know, Roman Reigns has a presence that is necessary inside of WWE. So him getting the win was cool. I think it was perfectly paced Roman Reigns match. It was plodding along, very strategic in nature. If you want us to care about these guys, Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker, you got to give them some W's, though, like some convincing W's. And right now, that's really something that's missing inside of the storytelling, because every time Roman comes back, I'm expecting that he's going to kick Bronson Reed's ass, and then he's going to kick Braun Breaker's ass, and they're never going to get. It's kind of like when John Cena fought against the Nexus. When the Nexus fought against John Cena at SummerSlam, it was the perfect time to either have John Cena turn heel or have the Nexus just kick his butt like they did on that Raw show. But instead, John went over, the Nexus disbanded and lost their momentum. So that's exactly how I'm feeling about this group, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed.
Yeah, we talked about it. Like, most likely they would let Roman win, which they did. But they should let Bronson Reed win. I do think it helped a little bit with the chaos they created, having Braun Breaker take Roman out, having the image of Roman on the backboard tied down, and having Bronson Reed tsunami him 3 times. That image does loom large. Like, I can still see it. Like, I was like, oh shit. Like, I just keep thinking back to Bronson Reed jumping on me, and I'm like, I'm out. No part of it. I'm out. Nope.
What's my contract?
Like, I'm out. So I think that was needed because, again, he took the L, and then he kind of got the win at the end, right, by beating his ass, and they needed that. But yeah, I totally agree. They need to stop letting them lose, and then just thinking because Seth Rollins won, that makes up for them losing.
Yeah.
Right.
You gotta make them dominant. It's like the Horsemen back in the day. You had Tully Blanchard, Arn Anderson, Ole Anderson, and Ric Flair, the original four horsemen.
Evolution.
Yeah.
Which is the second version of the Four Horsemen, I would say. So,
or the NWO. They came out and they just dominated for forever. And well, Seth Rollins is talking about that the vision dominates wrestling. No, you're dominating wrestling because, well, you've only had the title for 2 months now, so, or a month and a half now. So, but anywho, I'm going to be the positive guy for a minute. So the one thing I will say about Seth Rollins, even though I hate him and I hate you for life, Seth Rollins, CM Punk thing, you know what I'm saying? But Seth is a gifted athlete. He is such a gifted. He can do anything that you need him to do. He can brawl. He can wrestle. He can go into long matches. He can get you so irritated you want to kill him, etc. And I think that there's a place for Seth Rollins inside of the upper echelon of WWE. However, he hasn't hit that yet. He's not popping the crowd with the exception of this cool song that he's doing. But at this, he's getting to that stage to where he could be that next level tier to where he starts being compared to some of the great ones. But he's a B level. He'll always be in my mind like a Daniel Bryan type guy.
I think he's better than Daniel Bryan. I think he is on the top level right now because he's the guy that, like, again, I mean, they've centered everything around him right now. Like, the whole WWE universe is rallied around Seth Rollins and the Vision. It's just bad writing on how they're doing everything. Because, again, all of these guys should have straps. They should be winning. They should be dominating. They should be going after everyone. We are the vision for the future of this company. And we are going to show everyone, not just Penta, not just LA Knight, not just CM Punk. They have gotten in this vortex now. No, everyone. Hey, Solo, we coming for you. Hey, Roman Reigns, we're coming. Everyone is on notice that the vision is coming. That's not hard.
Paul, listen to this man. Listen to this man. This is not boo this man. This is Pinky breaking it down. Some wrestling. I would watch that, bro. I would be totally dialed in. Like, you don't know who they're going to fight on. They can fight good guys, bad guys. It doesn't matter.
This is the vision for what we're doing. Now, again, like you brought up the NWO, which is great, right? And the NWO just changed the game. But the reason it went all downhill is they beat everybody's ass for so long that at some point you were just like, it didn't matter. They were going to beat your ass. It didn't matter. There was no, eventually the villains win enough. The heroes got to come back and put up a fight. Right. That's got to happen. And the heroes got to get over. Heroes keep getting beat down.
Eric Bischoff just got addicted to watching what his creation. He got addicted to his creation. He thought his creation could last forever. They were actually going to do a Thunder show where the NWO was going to have their own show, and they just never got to that spot.
It would have been crazy. So coming back to the vision, they've got to beat everyone. Everyone. Get all those dubs, build those guys up. You can't have Paul Heyman come in and saying how Braun Breaker's the next guy to headline WrestleMania, and he's taking L's.
Right.
And you can't say how awesome and brutal Bronson Reed is, and then he's taking L's. Like, and again, the Tribal Thief thing was over. He got his own T-shirts now. He's up there doing the one. Like, he's like taking that spot from Roman. He should have won that match.
That's what I'm talking about, bro. That's what I'm talking about. A lot of people miss that. They're like, okay, Roman won, and they just go into this lukewarm, like, okay, what's next? If he wins that match and Roman's gone for a while, then we have the anticipation of, okay, Roman's got to come back and he's got to do some things. Now Roman comes back. Who's he pissed off at?
Well, he's still pissed off at getting his ass beat after the match, but it's not quite the same as the vision of thinking about the last time we saw Roman Reigns. He was pinned 1, 2, 3, and then he was speared, and then he was tsunami'd, and then he left in a freaking ambulance. And now he's back. And oh my God, what is he gonna do to these guys?
Right.
So yes, again, and I don't do this for a living. I haven't been doing this for 30 years, and I'm definitely not a rocket scientist. This is pretty easy to write. I'm just saying.
Right. That's what I'm talking about right there, man. See, Paul Levesque. I think that one of the things that happens inside of the WWE programming is that people at the top don't understand what sells. So you're kind of like given orders and you kind of have to play by the rules because otherwise you could lose your cushy desk job. And I think that at this point, that's what TKO is doing is they think they know what can bring in people in the seats and put butts in the seats. Because like, for example, I was reading that the green shirt guy paid $100,000 for his ticket. He got his own ramp entrance to where he got to come down to the ring. And that dude is obviously a millionaire. He's obviously got big bank to be able to be in the seats he is constantly
all the time.
in front of the all the time. And I'm not hating on him because I think it's pretty brilliant that he has that opportunity. We just got to bring it.
If we had $100,000 to wipe our ass with, you'd know damn right we'd be right there.
Right.
If it was not a thing, like if we're not looking at it the next day as a loss, like if I spent $100,000 on that right now, I'd be like, ooh, that's a big loss for Pinky. That's gonna hurt. Like,
yeah. If mama's leaving me, my kids are leaving me, and everything.
If it don't hurt your pocketbook, there's nothing wrong with doing it.
Right.
And if that's what helps bring you that joy and excitement, right, in your life, nothing wrong with it. Never gonna hate on it. But if it's something that hurts your pocketbook, then you're probably making some poor decisions.
Yeah, last WrestleMania 40, I spent $2,500 for my 2-night ticket, right? And my seats were okay when I think about it, because like I thought that like I'm dead center, I'll be looking right in the ring and everything like that. And $2,500 don't break the bank, but for 20 grand to sit right there at ringside, really close, that would be like, yeah, babe. I know we're getting a divorce right now because I'm even suggesting this. Not that I even went, right? That I just suggested this, but I gotta have it. I gotta be at least in the fourth row.
We ain't gonna see the fourth row for some time, my man.
Right.
We need TKO to sell, and then we can see the fourth row again.
Yeah, I'm like, I do mortgages for a living. And by the way, this part of the segment is brought to you by Ron Young, the loan office. No, I'm just kidding. But the thing that I'll tell you is we make pretty good money doing what we do. But that is not a smart investment to spend 20 grand on a ticket to go to WrestleMania, where it may or may not. Like, imagine those people last year, Peaky, that went to WrestleMania and they were like, yeah, I spent all this money to go to WrestleMania and I got this. It's bad, homie.
Oh man, spending 10 to 20,000 and then getting that. Ooh, man.
Yeah, wife is watching on a Peacock at home, and she's like, sucker. I can't wait till I get rid of your ass. Piggy, I'm on a big rant today. Let's get on to the program. You do your thing. I'm just going to kind of chime in. Go for it.
I think that was enough on Bronson Reed and Roman. That did play into we'll talk main event, and then we'll come back to our boy. But of course, afterwards, Adam Pearce evicted Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker from the building. If you come back in this building, I will suspend you indefinitely. You're out of here. I knew something was up. Seth Rollins had a little impromptu interview on his way out to the ring. Kathy Kelly or Redmond, whichever one it was.
Jackie Redmond. Jackie Redmond.
And she was looking good too. They both look good to me.
Always, bro. Always.
And
I got two words for anyway.
So she's asking Seth, and he says he's already 2 steps ahead. And I was like, okay, something is happening. He's not going at this alone. And then the main event happens. LA Knight, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Jey Uso. I actually thought this was a really entertaining match. What did you think?
I agree. Everybody got their little run, did the things that they want to do. So here's my take on it. LA Knight and Jey Uso do not belong in the main event scene. That's one of the things that I got my takeaway. CM Punk and Seth Rollins are just so heads and shoulders above them with regards to their characterization, their personas, just the way they elevate the game as far as wrestling. Their just whole production is so much better. And that being said, where does LA Knight land? Because I think that ultimately down the line, Triple H is getting a lot of heat about not putting the belt on him. And so in Triple H not doing that right now, they're burying LA Knight for the big comeuppance at some point in time. I can see that. Like, because every match, it's like he showcases some stuff and then they kind of put him down, but he's never gotten to that top tier level. And that's not how you build champions. You don't build champions from the space of like they are losers. You build champions from this dude is unstoppable. He's got to win the title. I'm on this rant today. I'm like,
you're feeling it, baby. You're feeling it.
I'm feeling it. I'm like, put me in, coach. I'm ready to play Triple H today.
Now, I had in the past not been an LA Knight guy, but the more and more I watch him and listen to him on the mic, and now that he's on Raw, which I had previously not watched as much SmackDown until I recently got YouTube TV. Now I can watch it, but so I didn't have a lot of exposure to him. I think he is part of the main event scene, but not, he's not the Cody Rhodes. He's not in the future the Logan Paul. He's not the guy that's going to carry the belt for a year, right? Take on all comers and all. He's not that guy. He's not the quarterback. But can you give him that buildup of chasing that belt, and then he finally gets it, and you give him a 3 to 4 month run or whatever? Why not, right? Occasionally, you got to do that. You got to give those guys that payoff, because it shows them as characters, as heroes. They need that, right? But it's not going to be long. He's not going to hold that thing long. It's just going to be one of those things. Like Sami Zayn is probably going to hold one of those belts sometime in the next year or two. It's going to happen. Like they keep talking about it. It's going to happen. Same thing. Is he a main eventer that is the quarterback? No. But is he one of those guys that without a doubt, you put him in a match, he's going to give you a pretty damn good match? Yeah. And I think there's value to that in guys. You got to have some of those guys that you can trust. I can put those guys in a main event match against a top tier guy, and they're gonna give us a good match.
So I'm seeing something right now, friend, and what I'm seeing is that Sami Zayn somehow wins the Royal Rumble and challenges Cody Rhodes for the title at WrestleMania next year, and Kevin Owens comes in and costs him the title at WrestleMania next year, setting up the feud of a lifetime between those two. Or he helps Kevin Owens to beat Cody, which sets up a feud of a lifetime going forward. Either way, because Kevin Owens is going to have been gone for a year. I can see that as clear as day.
Hopefully Kevin Owens' neck heals to where we could make that happen, because that is a fantastic story. Prayers for Kevin. I miss Kevin a lot. I think Kevin might still, in his only 4 or 5 months of the year, may still be Performer of the Year in my book. What he did with Cody and Sammy earlier in the year, putting on 2 of the top 10 matches of the year, is pretty damn awesome.
Kevin Owens is a superstar that will never be in the conversation of being the top WWE superstar, but he is definitely a solid B forever.
Right, again. And you need a lot of those guys, right? You need a lot of those guys that anytime you can put them in a feud with one of the top guys, it's going to be awesome. They're going to give you good matches. They're going to be believable characters, and they're going to put on a good show. He's a great entertainer. He is a great entertainer. So, God, I miss you, Kevin Owens. Come back.
And Gunther. We need to have Gunther back.
I miss my Gunther, man. I miss him.
And he's not a B player. He's an A player.
Absolutely.
Gunther is a top tier. He may not ever act or anything like that, but when I think about wrestling, not too many better than Gunther in the ring. He's big, powerful, agile, and does the stuff, man. That's my dude.
Oh, I'm with you, my man. You will never, like, people say bad stuff. Harmony always yells boos Gunther, and I'm always cheering him, and I'm like, stop. We will not boo Gunther in my house. Not in my house.
So we have this Wrestlepalooza thing coming up. That's this new WWE pay-per-view that's going to start off the new journey with ESPN. Io Sky.
Are you fast forwarding, Ron? Are you fast forwarding?
Yeah, I'm just looking at the time, so I want to make sure that we
got one last thing.
Okay.
Seth Rollins wins. Becky Lynch comes out of nowhere, gives CM Punk, screw CM Punk again, as CM Punk has that look in his eyes. I'm gonna give him the go to sleep one more time. I'm gonna win this belt, and Becky comes up and gets him with in the full ninja outfit. That was great. And the reveal was great for all the CM Punk fans. It hurts even more. You knew something was gonna happen, so I don't think you had that moment where you were crying like you were at SummerSlam. But you know, this you definitely felt it, I'm sure, in this moment.
I just really want to say to the Rollins family, or to the Black family, as it's really appropriate, what happened at Clash in Paris and SummerSlam will never be over.
And now, coming back to one of your earlier comments, Becky Lynch got involved. She seems to be part of the vision now. Rightfully so. That makes sense. They've made her a heel character. That goes well with the vision, right? But now, as of Monday Night Raw last night, as she got into a promo with CM Punk and started slapping the shit out of him, which was hilarious. And CM Punk's a good man. He's a good man, because he probably, if a woman lays her hands on you like that, not at once, but multiple times, I feel like is okay. Just saying. Maybe that's me. I don't know. But if you're being attacked by someone unprovoked, again, everybody's got to be accountable for their actions. And CM Punk was a good man. He took it. He walked out the ring. And you just know AJ Lee is coming now. AJ Lee's coming. She's coming back. The crowd's been chanting for her. Everybody's wanted almost every single year at the Rumble, AJ Lee. Is AJ Lee going to show up? Is AJ Lee going to be back? AJ Lee's coming back, baby. Believe it. It's happening.
Yes. 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 Yes.
So, should be good. That was a good ending to the show. I just got to say, John Cena Logan Paul was fun. It was just a fun match. It's Logan Paul, so damn good, man.
Good.
Let's get a belt on that guy and shoot him to the moon, man. Like, have all the heroes chase him and have him just be the cockiest SOB that everybody wants to boo and everybody hates and everybody wants to see him get his ass kicked, and it just doesn't happen. Every time he pulls out the victory.
I just got it. His podcast, he could have the biggest Piper's Pit of all time. Like, he could invite the wrestlers on the thing and interview them like Piper used to do and everything like that. And he's like, they're having a match. He's like totally talking them down on his show. Like, dude, I had you on my show just to tell the whole world how much you suck, right? And how I'm going to beat your ass at Wrestlepalooza. Then he builds in the brand right there, and he's doing a big, gigantic Piper's Pit, which is impulsive, right? Dude, he's got I just realized he's got the platform for it right now. Holy smokes.
That would be amazing. That would be, if he brought on his opponent every time and just talk trash, that would be great. Actually, first of all, talk to them, interview them, find out about them, and then just out of the blue, flip the switch and start attacking them. That would be great. That would be amazing. And I think when he had Drew McIntyre on during the Jelly Roll stuff, that was fantastic. McIntyre was just shooting, talking trash about everyone, talking trash about the locker room and all that. It was awesome. You're absolutely right, Ron. That's a missed opportunity. Maybe I should write Logan Paul and say, hey, go back and watch some Piper's Pit, and then let's make this happen.
Yeah.
Just give a credit to my boy, Ron Young.
Triple H, I'm available for your creative, bro. And my price tag ain't even that much. You see, my ideas are just epic. I just think about how wrestling would be cool again because I'm a part of the vision. But I'd have to take out Seth Rollins because I'm not necessarily wanting him to be my leader.
I would say there is no better moment right now than John Cena's entrance. The crowd is going just nuts. The crowd in France was hype. I don't think we even talked about that yet. The crowd in France was like, what they got wasn't amazing. They made it seem like it was amazing.
Yeah,
they made it seem like they were getting grade A matches, and they weren't. But they didn't care. They were hyped. They were jumping up. They had their flashlights on all the time. Like they just made kudos to Paris, France. Those guys killed it. So
it's sad that our arenas don't have that same pullover, like it becomes competitive that way. It's more of a corporate crowd here in the United States versus out there. It feels like true bona fide wrestling fans that are out there to just have a great experience.
Well, I think the one thing about fans in Europe and Saudi Arabia and other parts of the world, I don't know if they're as ingrained in the major sports like we are. Like I have a lot of love for football. I got love for basketball. I got love for other things that I like, again, can pull you away from wrestling, right? Whereas then they maybe have soccer or cricket or one of those international games, and then they have like wrestling, hardcore wrestling, because it's like one of the only things they can put their energy into. Maybe I'm out of bounds. I don't know, but I feel like here in America we've got sports are on 24/7 all the time, and most of our friends are similar sports fans: baseball, football, hockey, basketball, the top sports. When you find someone that talks about wrestling, you're like, hey, you like wrestling? I like wrestling too. We should hang out. We should watch wrestling.
We should start a podcast now. We should do
I don't get to talk about wrestling on my podcast, so I need somebody to talk wrestling with me so I can talk it. I appreciate you for that, Ron.
Man, it's a miracle that this whole thing came together, because you introduced us to our corporate head, which is Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. That tune in right after this broadcast. We have that program on the same channel for you guys to be able to just check out sports and hear. I'm sure you guys are going to be talking about fantasy football, the start of NFL league, and all that.
We've got a good show tonight, Ron. We're talking college football. We've got week 1 NFL. We do a season prediction. We get together. We did it. It was about 2 hours last night, 8 to 10. We got together and we picked every single game of the NFL season last night.
Wow.
Every single one. And then we tally the records and we say, here's who's making the playoffs. Here's who's not. Here's who we got as the worst team. We did have one team go 0-17.
Who?
One team. They're in the NFC.
Okay, I don't know who that is. We'll talk about it offline, because I want to keep a little bit for everybody that's watching the program. If you want to watch the best sports talk show out there on the planet, Sports Nonsense and Whiskey, get on that today. I've ranted pretty much this whole damn show, so like we didn't get a chance to cover a lot of the stuff. Wrestlepalooza is coming up, and with Wrestlepalooza, so far we have our girl Stephanie Vaquer and Io Sky, which should be an absolutely fantastic match. I
was already debating the guys, the Sports Nonsense and Whiskey guys. We were already debating. Robert was talking about Io's going to win. I was like, I think Stephanie's going to win. They pulled Stephanie off of this Clash in Paris. She's going to win, and they're going to see what happens. And now we're going to have everybody chase her for a little while. I feel like that's what's going to happen.
Which will create incredible matches, because there are so many different steps. And then there's the Naomi factor on the back end of this. She had the greatest exit interview of all time, because her announcement of, I'm going to go have this title and heifers when I come back, whoever the champion is, I'm going to take their ass out. I was like, all right, Naomi, you go ahead and spit that little thing out.
I love the symbolism that she laid the belt on the gym of Slim Jim.
Yes.
I thought that was cool. And I did like how she was changing her character back and forth. She was changing her character into being nice and then immediately going back to crazy Naomi. Awesome. She did such a great job. I'm excited for this. Stephanie and Io, the first time they wrestled was a really good match. It came back to, again, one of the this actually was smart that they ended the match with a disqualification, because you didn't want Io to lose and lose her her momentum, and you didn't want Stephanie to lose either, so you have somebody else get involved and create a disqualification. But before that, they were putting on a pretty darn good match. So this should be a banger of a match, and I am in for it. Stephanie's going to leave. We're both going to hold up the 1. and the belt at the same time. Let's go, Steph. And new women's world heavyweight champion, Stephanie Vaquer, La Primera.
La Primera. That's the first time we've got a chance to talk about you in a while. Girl, we love you. And
she's been missing. They took her off, man. We've been wanting to see some Devil's Kiss, and they're like, no, you can't have it, Pinky. No. You and Booker T gotta wait. So awesome. That's the only match on the card so far. Is there a match you would like to see on the card?
I think that based upon what they've been doing with characterization and everything like that, I think that you have to have Cody and Drew fight. I think that you have to have Brock and Cena fight. I think that you're building a brand new pay-per-view and you want to make it as big as you possibly can. I think that those are two gigantic matches that you must put on in some form or fashion. And I think that a rematch between Gunther and Seth Rollins is in order. I think that you really just like make that pay-per-view all the way live.
Yeah. Oh man. But I don't think they're going to be ready to get the belt off of Seth Rollins yet. And when you put Gunther in there, Gunther's got to win. Like he's got to win. Like you have the entire vision that's out there, so they can cost him the match, and then that could be something that translates to War Games. Now you have some strange bedfellows of Gunther, John Cena, and various other people that are all in a match together fighting against the Vision or against there's a lot of different factors that could play out here in the big picture. You got Roman, John Cena, Gunther, and Jey Uso, or LA Knight and Jey Uso. Yeah. And I'm pretty sure, I think I saw that they've added Cena to Wrestlepalooza as well. Like I don't know if they added a date or reduced it somewhere else, but I think he's going to be on Wrestlepalooza because, again, they are trying to get this as like the first pay-per-view on ESPN. They're trying to make it worth your money. So get you to switch over to ESPN. I'm thinking I would like to see I'd like to see something crazy, and I'd like to see Oba Femi come up and wrestle Bronson Reed.
Ooh.
Just big monsters. Just monsters.
Ooh.
Or Braun Breaker. Any of them. I don't care. I just, you know what? I'm going to be selfish. I just want to see Oba Femi in the main roster. He's done. Like every time I watch NXT now, I'm not interested in what they're doing with Oba Femi right now. Because I feel like they're just wasting his time.
Yeah, he's ready to come to the main roster. Let him do that.
He's a dominant force. He's great. He's good on the mic. He plays that character of the ruler just right. He doesn't get too emotional, right? He's got like Gunther. A lot like Gunther in that way of like, he just knows he's better than you, and he knows it, and he doesn't have to get emotional. He just knows he's going to come whoop your ass.
Right.
I want to see that.
They've thrown everything at him this point, and he's overcame all of it, including Trick Williams, who is a stud. They just need to bring those guys up and start over with the division. You know what I'm saying? Let go of the attachment to the outcome and just quickly make it happen for sure.
Yeah. It's just, they get to a point once, I think they've been there about 2 years now. Like at that point, man, it's either bring them up or let them go. And they're too big of stars to let them go. So bring them up.
That's right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're at that point of where it's time to say goodbye to y'all, because we do this for about an hour. We do this every Tuesday live. You can watch it on repeat on YouTube, TikTok, and all the different spots. You know, my name is Ron Stradamus, and that's Pinky. Like and comment. We love when we get people that reach out to us to tell us about wrestling. And if you don't like what we're talking about here on Smack Talk and Raw, I got 2 words for you. Suck it! See you later. See you next week.
Yeah. Smack Talking Raw. Ron and Pinky in the house. We the main event, yo, the crowd gon' scream.